We are being cute, autumn, fall girlies today. And we're doing a reading vlog. It's gonna be autumn vibes. We're gonna do it all cute. We've got the autumn decorations up. Hopefully the weather gets the memo and gives us a cute autumn day. But currently it feels like it's about 20 degrees outside. It is indeed 20 degrees outside. We've got grey skies, we're almost there. We're in the northeast. Chances are there's going to be a grey sky. Now, this is a reading vlog, but first of all, we're going to do some housework because I cannot sit and chill and read and do a cute, cozy autumn vlog when there's stuff that needs to be done in the house. I don't know about anyone else, but it needs sorted before I can semi-relax. I can't fully relax ever, but semi-relax into reading. We need the house cleaned and we need him sorted. Stuff that I want sorted first, I want a hoover because it's disgusting. If you think Cocker Spaniels don't shed, you are incorrect. He needs his breakfast. You can hear him gnawing on his bone. I want to put washing into the washing machine. I'm not held up on it being on and being washed because we're at that point where clothes are having to dry in the house and it's taken days. So the last washing isn't dry yet, but I just want it away from the washing pile. It is a basket, but it's on top of the basket. It is now a pile. So I want the clothes from the pile to go into the washing machine, ready to wash when the clothes are dry. And I just want the living room tidied a bit because there's crap everywhere. That's it. That's all we're doing. So let's get tidying and then we can get on to the actual reading. The aim for this vlog is to get through 2 books. I think that's going to be a big ask, to be completely honest, because I think because of the way uploads are, this is only going to be a 2-day vlog. Maybe let's say 1 book. The book that I'm reading is so autumny though. It feels such an autumny book. I have picked well for this time of year. It is so halloweeny, autumny. Very excited to talk to you about it, but let's go clean the house. I'm actually gonna leave some for later because I really am not one of those people that can just sit down and sit and read for hours on end. It's not gonna happen. No. So I've saved some tasks for later for when I'm feeling a little bit like I need to stand up. We're gonna read for a bit. This is what I am reading. If you have seen my Waterstones haul, it's the pretty one. I have also found out it is even better because, let me find one, it has illustrations. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Like the front cover, stunning. Side, stunning. Back, also stunning. And then illustrations in it. It also has a map at the front, which I know some people freaking love. And guys, when I tell you, this is an autumn book. This is a Halloween book. It's a little bit spooky. I am that far through. Like I'm not far through by any means. And it is spooky. It's not like really, really spooky though, because I can't do those types of books. I'm on page 93. It is a bit gory. If you don't like gore and you don't like descriptions of gore, I don't know whether you'll be okay with this. But I mean, you could just skip the bits that are gory. I do sometimes. If I'm not in the mood for it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not going to read that. Let me tell you the premise of it. I know I read the blurb in the Waterstones haul, but let me just tell you the premise. So there's this town, right? I'm not entirely sure what the entire deal with it is. Like I say, I'm only like 90 pages in, but I think it's in America, but it's in its own little separate realm type of thing. And it's mainly run by like clans. I'm not going to say families because they're not like all related, but like there's the Monday clan, the Tuesday clan, the Wednesday clan, the Thursday, all the days of the week. And it centers around Winnie, who is in the Wednesday clan, but they've been kind of like kicked out the clan, but they're still living in this town, which is its only purpose seems to be to protect the non-world, Muggle world, from I think they call them, what do they call them? They call them nightmares, I think. But basically just monsters. And there's a woods in this town where the monsters kind of like spawn from. And their job is to go into the woods on a nighttime and try and kill as many nightmares as possible. And Winnie and her family have been kicked out of that. They're not allowed to do it anymore. But they still live there. And that's all I'll say, because I feel like anything else is spoilers. And it's just following Winnie trying to get our family re-accepted. But it just has such spooky vibes. Like, it's so spooky and it's so freaking good for this time of year. So like I say, I'm 90 pages through. Let's see how many pages it has without spoiling it for myself. Okay, the about the author is on page 337. So we've got about 200 pages-ish to go. Like I say, I can't sit down and read for huge periods of time. I also have plans tonight. I'm going out at like 5-ish. It is currently 11:45, so I've got like 5 hours to read, eat, and do the other housework that I want to do. Because it's still pretty light, I can't really do mood lighting, which is really, really sad. But I am going to go sit on my cozy chair. If you've watched a reading vlog before, you'll know there's a cozy chair. There is also a reading chair, but I'm not feeling that currently. I'm going to go on the cozy chair. We have all the autumn decor behind it. We also have my overlay. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a while, I have Erland syndrome, which is visual processing disorder. It's very similar to dyslexia, but it's more of a visual processing disorder rather than a reading disorder, but it mainly affects reading, but it uses overlays similar to dyslexia. I very much fight the fact that I have to use these. I don't like the fact that I have to use them, just because they're a little bit finicky, like they're a bit of a pain to read with. Mine is cut down so it can fit into smaller books, but it's still a bit of a pain in the bum, so I fight having to use them. But if I'm going to try and read, not quickly, but I'm going to try and get through a book and read for a long period of time, I'm going to have to use my overlay. It's very bright here. I think I'm going to close the blinds a bit. That's better. So we've got brightness down. You are fine. You've had your food, you've drank your water, you've got water, and you've got toys. Should we give you your yak? Let's give you your yak so you stop bothering me. Go left. Yes. Come here. Stand. Yeah, kinda. Yes. Sit. Yes. Paw. Yes. Okay. That should hopefully keep him occupied. I have my water. I have the soundbar remote so I can put nature sounds on. If you have ADHD, try nature sounds when you're trying to concentrate. And we have my book. Right. Let's do this. Lunch. I have read like 30 pages, I think it's 30. I'm really enjoying the book. It is so freaking diverse. Like, it is so inclusive, and it just makes the book so much better. Every book that I've read that is diverse, I've enjoyed so much more. I'm gonna make some lunch and then go straight back to reading, I think. I'm not a person who can read and eat. I can't. It needs all my attention and I need both my hands. So I'll probably watch some TV whilst I have my lunch, and then I will go on to reading some more. 30 pages for me in like an hour is not bad, so I'm happy with the rate that I'm reading. I'm getting back to it now. I have about 2.5 hours-ish, 2 hours-ish before I have to leave, so we'll see how much I get through. Currently on page 131, so let's see how much I can get through. I have just finished reading. I am on page 191, so that means I've read 100 pages today, which is pretty good. I haven't read for that long amount of time. It is 4:30 now, and I'm stopping because I've got to get to the plans that I have. I will read before bed, so I will have read more when I next see you, because I won't be vlogging in bed. Bed for me is very much like I'm winding down to go to sleep, and if I vlog, that won't be me winding down. So I will catch up with you tomorrow and let you know what I think of the book so far. We are back. So I have the book. We're gonna start again. Oakley's very excited. I only read like two chapters before bed last night because I ended up getting back way later than I thought I was going to. So I'm on page 207 now. I'm hoping maybe I could get it finished today. I am going to be reading for like all day. I don't have any plans for the rest of today. It is 4:15, but I'm going to read like all night. I've also decided that I'm going to do a read with me live tonight. So obviously that'll be in the past for you guys. I hope you came. I hope you enjoyed. I just thought it would be a nice thing because I get stressed about what to do on lives. I'm trying to get into a better schedule of them and doing them once a month, but I just get stressed about not doing anything on them. So I thought I would read, and then I thought it might act as like a nice like body doubling thing for fellow ADHDers or just people who sometimes need a body double, and then maybe people could read at the same time if they've been trying to increase their reading amount. If you aren't sure what body doubling is, it's basically a well-known thing in ADHD that helps people do stuff. I'm actually the opposite of a body doubler. I will do stuff when I'm by myself. If there's someone there, I will not do it, but I know body doubling is really, really effective for a lot of people. But it's just the act of like having someone there doing the same thing helps people do it. So like uni work, when people work together, this light's doing things. Uni work, a lot of people like do uni work together because then they'll actually do the uni work. It's the same kind of concept. So I thought reading might help people like try and read. And I love doing lives. I love having news there at the same time that I'm there, because obviously I connect with you guys a lot during the videos, but that's not real time, whereas this is real time and I really enjoy it. So hopefully we'll get through this entire book. I wanted to do 2 books, but that's not gonna happen because today is the last day that I'm vlogging. But hopefully I can get it finished. I'm not gonna lie, it's feeling a bit slow paced. I know I'm probably only like halfway through, maybe like 2/3 maybe, but it's feeling a bit slow. I think I'm used to reading quicker with thrillers. Like normally if I read a book all the way through very quickly, it's a thriller, and this isn't a thriller. So it's just feeling a little bit slow. You can tell it's a series. Well, I'm assuming it's a series, but if not, it feels like a series. I am enjoying it though. I just kind of wish it was a little bit quicker. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop procrastinating and I'm gonna try and finish the book. I will check in with you before the live starts though, because I'm hopefully gonna get in here a bit cozy because I'm going live at 7. So it'll be dark. Hopefully I can get it a bit cozy, get little candles on, and just be a cute autumnal live. I'm taking a break and we're gonna go take Oakley for a walk. I've been back from walking Oakley for a while. I have just been chilling for a bit and now I have just set up like for the live. I have had to put my ring light on because I'm gonna sit here to get the lighting right, which I didn't really want because it's so cold light. And I wanted like a cute autumnal kind of vibe, but I just don't think it's gonna work because otherwise it's just far too dark. So I've set that up. I've got my stand for my phone here. I'm gonna set you up to do a bit of a time lapse, and I need to get the tripod out from back there. But yeah, we're gonna go live and read for a bit. I need to find, oh, my book's there. I definitely think I might finish tonight with doing this live and reading before bed. I definitely think I'm gonna get finished. It is just me on the live. Oakley is here, but Jack is upstairs, so we're gonna read. Feel free to read along. I said this in the community post, but if you aren't subscribed, if you haven't seen the community post of this book, it's absolutely beautiful. It's so pretty. I'm sorry about the lighting. It doesn't feel as cozy as I wanted it to be. literally just on my way to bed. I didn't read for a bit. Ignore him. He's about to go to bed. I didn't read after I finished the live because the live didn't go that well. Like hardly any people came on. So I just felt a bit deflated. So I went just on TikTok for a bit and then I had my tea. I read a bit whilst I was doing my tea. So I'm gonna head up and read in bed. I will finish it. I don't know, you know. I've still got quite a fair chunk. So I don't know. I will finish it before I finish this vlog. So even if I don't finish it tonight, I'll probably read in the morning and get this finished. I did, in fact, finish the book. I finished it before I went to sleep. I'm very happy. I actually feel like as well I could have read for longer. So there wasn't actually that much to go. So I'm going to track on Storygraph and rate it and tell you my review. So I read that in a week. Because before I started this reading vlog, I was only reading on a night time and I was only doing like 2 or so chapters a night. So I'm not too mad about that. So let's do the review. So if you don't have Storygraph, they have a cute little reviewing system where they ask you questions about it before you have space to leave your own review. So the first question is, this book would be for someone who is in the mood for something, so I'll put dark, mysterious. And I think that's all of the ones out of they put. How would you rate the pace of the book? Slow, medium or fast? I don't know. I do feel like it was a mix between slow and fast, not like medium all the way through, if that makes sense. So I'll probably put medium, but I definitely feel like there was slow parts and quick parts. Is the book mainly plot or character driven? I struggle with these questions. I still like doing them though. I'm gonna say character. There is option to put a mix or NA as well. Is there strong character development? I wouldn't say particularly strong, but only because it felt like a set-up book. Like it felt like the first in a series, so I wouldn't say there was strong development there. Did you find the characters lovable? Yeah, I liked the main character. Would you say the cast of characters is diverse? Yes, absolutely. Are the flaws of the main characters a main focus of the book? Yes, no, it's complicated, NA. I'm gonna put it's complicated. I can't tell you why without giving you spoilers. Would you like to give a book a star rating? I think I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do 4.25. And the main reason I'm gonna do that is I really, really liked the premise. I liked the character. I really liked the world. I'm excited to read the rest in the series. I think it's very like innovative. Like I really, really enjoyed it, but just some parts were purposely left out. Like I don't feel like I completely know everything in this world, which is fine because it is part of a series, but I just don't like that. Like I don't like that I don't know whether this town is in its own little realm or not, or where, like I don't think it is, but I just don't feel like that was clear. It felt like as well that this wasn't the main plot of what the story is going to be. This very much felt like a, I don't know, like a prequel, but it was still a really good book in its own right. So I think they're my main reasons. I'm going to quickly write up a review because I'm trying to get better at actually writing the reviews. So when I come to do the video that I do at the end of the year where I review all the books that I read this year, I actually remember why I gave them that star rating. There was a few other things that I remembered why I didn't want to give it like a 5-star as well, was that it felt a little repetitive in parts. Like the main character kept saying the same things over and over again, which is fine. I think it was a choice, but just for me it was a little bit too repetitive. And also the main trope in it isn't my favourite trope in the world. I think this isn't a spoiler if I say this, but the main trope is that when like something happens or doesn't happen, and then everybody else thinks that that thing's happened, and the main character spends the entire time in like turmoil, when really it's not actually that big of a deal. Like it doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter whether it was a lie. You're still doing the thing that you were meant to do, and that's not my favorite. So that's why I think it's a 4.25, but I do think it was beautiful. I loved it. I liked the writing. It definitely felt more like YA, even to the end. Like it was definitely more YA, but with more mature themes. Maybe it was NA, but I don't know. It felt like a little bit YA in the way it was written. Like it had a lot of onomatopoeia in it. I think that's the correct word, where like there's a character that always chews gum and it kept putting like pop 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 in it, and to me that feels very YA, but it might have just been the writing style, but it was still a good book. It has I'm having a look. I try not to look at reviews before I read the book because it really, really, really heavily persuades how I feel about it. The top moods that other people rated. This has got 2,393 reviews, by the way, on Storygraph. So the top moods were adventurous, mysterious, and dark. The pace, 58% of people said medium, and the average rating was 3.74, so I've gone above the average rating. The next one's out? No, it's coming out in November, so it's coming out next month, and it's called The Hunting Moon. The covers are different on there, and I much prefer mine. So I hope it's as beautiful as mine is, the second one. Oh, also on the live. So in the live, Chantel asked me to look into a book called Sugar Daddies by Jade West and to Google the cover of the book and to show my reaction, because I was going to do it on the live, but I couldn't because obviously my phone is being used in the live. So let's have a look. So what was it? Sugar Daddies by Jade West. I mean, yeah, that looks like there's a lot of, one of them literally has this image may contain explicit content on. It looks like there's a few covers. Everything that I'm coming across, I've just read an excerpt from a GIF that's on. It looks pretty spicy, Chantal. Anyway, let's pick my next book. What am I gonna read? This is the TBR Shelves. What should I read? I want one that I'm going to go through quickly. So I don't really want to do Taylor Jenkins Reid because I like saving that for when I'm traveling. Golden Enclaves is Jack's. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that, and I don't want to read that. I've had them on there for ages. So we have The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell, Sanctuary by Andrew Hunter Murray, Tomorrow, The Gone and Forgotten. I don't really want to start House of Earth and Blood yet. So, and then these are all the ones that I don't actually want to read as well. So we're pretty much on these four. I feel like I'm going to have to watch a recap or read a recap of The Family Upstairs before I read that one. I kind of want a thriller. What's this one about again? That's a dark psychological thriller. What is this one? I feel like I'm going to go with The Sanctuary. I feel like I'm going to go with it. This feels very, very thrillery, whereas that one maybe feels a bit like darker. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. This will be my 18th book this year. My reading goal was 25 and it's October. I'm a bit scared. Storygraph tells you how on track you are. So Storygraph's saying 2 books until you're back on track. So I might have to read this one pretty quickly as well. I'm pretty busy this week, so maybe not this week, but let's see what it's like. It's got a nice big font. So we'll never know, we might get through it quickly. I don't know how many pages this have. Can I find the acknowledgements? Right, acknowledgements is 389, but it's a thriller, so I hopefully will get through it quicker. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave the video a like and comment and subscribe if you are new. But even if you don't do any of that, thank you so much for watching, but I shall hopefully see you in another video. Bye!